We are the first generation to be staring at our screens all day long. It dominates our lives. Staring at the screens can cause headaches, dry eye, blurred vision, eye strain, and it can have long-term effects on our eye health. 65% of American adults complain that they have digital eye strain, and they're not necessarily talking to their doctors about it. That's why Viteyes formulated Viteyes Blue Light Defender Plus as a digital eye shield for tired and fatigued eyes. Viteyes Blue Light Defender Plus includes clinically proven eye nutrients, lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin, to help protect against harmful blue light and digital eye strain. Today we are speaking with Dr. Karen Hecht. She is the Scientific Affairs Manager at Astareal, and Karen is going to talk to us today about these clinically proven nutrients, lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin. Karen, can you tell us why blue light is so harmful to your eyes?
High energy blue light is part of the visible light spectrum. And most of us know to protect our eyes from the sun, but we may not be aware that we also need to protect our eyes from this high energy blue light. And with our digital lifestyles today, we're bombarded by blue light all day long from digital devices like tablets and e-readers and iPhones and computers, and even from TVs and LED light sources like indoor lighting or car headlights. And this blue light actually reaches far into the back of the eye to the macula, which is the region responsible for central vision. So while prolonged exposure to blue light is a concern with use of digital devices, muscle fatigue is also a big concern as well, because there are muscles at the front of the eye called ciliary muscles that contract when we're focusing on near objects like tablets and iPhones. And when those muscles are working hard to contract and focus for prolonged periods of time, they get tired. And that's where some of these complaints of eye strain and eye fatigue come from.
How would you explain to patients what lutein and zeaxanthin are and how they can help protect their eyes?
Lutein and zeaxanthin are naturally found in fruits and vegetables in our diet, especially in leafy greens like spinach and kale. And once they're consumed, they preferentially localize in the back of the eye and the macula, where they act as powerful antioxidants and help to filter out blue light that isn't filtered out by the front of the eye. Now, our bodies don't produce lutein and zeaxanthin on their own, which is why it's so important to get these nutrients from our diet or from a supplement like Viteyes Blue Light Defender in order to help protect our eyes.
Karen, in Viteyes Blue Light Defender Plus, we included lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin in one formula. Can you explain to physicians why they would want to recommend astaxanthin to their patients?
So astaxanthin is also naturally found in the foods we eat. But unlike lutein and zeaxanthin, it is not nearly as prevalent. We find astaxanthin in many seafoods, like the shells of lobster and crab, but really the best source in our diet is wild salmon. And based on the typical intake in the United States for salmon, about 2 pounds a year, we would predict to get about 11 milligrams of astaxanthin for the whole year. Whereas for eye health, the clinical studies show that we would need at least 4 milligrams a day. Now, to get that much astaxanthin per day, one would need to consume at least 1 serving of wild sockeye salmon, 2 of coho salmon, or 8 of king salmon. And that's just not really feasible for most people. And that's why supplementation is so important to get enough astaxanthin to benefit our eyes. Earlier, we talked about how lutein and zeaxanthin are antioxidants found at the back of the eye. Well, astaxanthin is an even more powerful antioxidant, and it actually deposits at the front of the eye in the muscles that help to control dynamic focus. And these muscles are called ciliary muscles. And clinical studies have shown that astaxanthin can help to promote the function of these ciliary muscles that help to improve dynamic focus and alleviate symptoms of eye strain and eye fatigue.
Why, when you're staring at your screen all day, do your eyes start hurting? What is the connection with your ciliary muscles and that eye fatigue?
So ciliary muscles actually frame the lens at the front of the eye, and what they're responsible for is adjusting our focus from far to those near devices that we're looking at. And when we're looking closer than 20 feet, those muscles contract to round out the lens, which helps change the focal point to match that near object or digital device. And then those muscles, when they stay contracted for long periods periods of time, they get tired, and that's what contributes to the eye strain and eye fatigue. And they need a break, so when we focus again on something further than 20 feet, the muscles relax and the lens flattens out, which helps to change the focus to far vision. But these days, with the way that we're using digital devices for prolonged periods of times, those ciliary muscles don't get the break they need, and that's why they get overworked and tired, and we feel that eye strain and fatigue over time.
Karen, what's the mechanism of action for astaxanthin to help with the ciliary muscles in your eye?
So the eyes are very rich in mitochondria, which produce energy that help to power all of the functions of the eye and this very metabolically active organ. And muscles are especially rich in mitochondria. The trouble is that mitochondria, in addition to producing energy in the form of ATP, also produce free radicals as a byproduct. And the eyes are especially sensitive to free radical damage, both because they're exposed from endogenously produced free radicals from mitochondria and also from environmental factors that contribute to free radical production. So you want a nutrient that's going to specifically target mitochondria and protect them from free radical damage in order to preserve visual function over time. And astaxanthin is uniquely localized in mitochondrial membranes, and we find that 35 to 50% of all membrane-associated astaxanthin is found in mitochondrial membranes. So it's positioned and poised exactly where those free radicals are first produced by the mitochondria, and through its strong antioxidant activity can neutralize them at the source. This helps to promote visual function and ciliary muscle function by preserving this energy production of the mitochondria, promoting endurance of the ciliary muscles, and helping to support recovery from overworked ciliary muscles that produce tired and fatigued eyes from digital device use.
As you know, we've partnered with Astareal for our Viteyes Blue Light Defender Plus to include Astareal's astaxanthin. Can you tell us where your astaxanthin is sourced?
So earlier we talked about how salmon are a good source in our diet for natural astaxanthin, and salmon get their astaxanthin in their diet from algae. So Astareal goes straight to the source and harvests natural astaxanthin from a naturally occurring algae that is grown in a proprietary indoor facility in Washington State here in the US. And Astareal produces one of the highest quality, safest natural astaxanthin worldwide, which is why consumers and doctors can trust and recommend this particular ingredient. In fact, Astareal astaxanthin is the most clinically researched brand of astaxanthin globally, with 60 human clinical studies to support it, which is why it is such a great fit for Viteyes Blue Light Defender Plus.
Lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin are all part of Viteyes Blue Light Defender Plus. Karen, can you explain why it's so unique to have all three of these ingredients working together in this formula?
Viteyes Blue Light Defender Plus contains these three ingredients which work complementary to one another. So lutein and zeaxanthin are found at the back of the eye, specifically helping to filter out blue light from digital devices, whereas astaxanthin is found in the muscles at the front of the eye, helping to support the function of those muscles involved in focus, and also the ones that are specifically subject to becoming overworked from digital device use, which leads to eye strain and eye fatigue. While recommending lutein and zeaxanthin to your patients is important for helping to maintain healthy eyes as they age, it's only part of the story. Patients experiencing tired, fatigued, or strained eyes can also benefit from astaxanthin added to their diet. And if they can't get astaxanthin from their diet alone, then it's important to recommend a supplement that contains all three nutrients, like Viteyes Blue Light Defender Plus. So it's a really unique combination. You have all three nutrients working in different parts of the eye for total protection from front to back, each having its own function to help support eyes from digital device use.
Karen, thank you so much for coming today to talk with us about lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin, which are 3 key nutrients in Viteyes Blue Light Defender Plus. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
And thank you for watching today. We appreciate your time. For more information, visit viteyes.com, or for patient samples, visit viteyes.com/samples. Thank you.